Hello and welcome to GBR. You join us today from the guys from the MRC in the Infinity ITCC season, season 1. This is round 2, race 3. None of the guys knew where we were racing for the third race. It's done on a draw on the night, so there's no practice available apart from when the lobby moves to this track. We've got about 5 minutes and then that's it, and the race starts. And the lucky ball that was drawn was number 4. So whoever finished in 4th place starts on pole, and it works down the grid, and then whoever finished in 3rd starts at the back. As you can see there, we are at Dragon Trail Gardens, so not the seaside with the deaf chicken. And so after the magic ball was drawn, Phil is on pole, Chuck is in 2nd, Don is in 3rd, Mark in 4th, Brucey starts in 5th place, Crow starts in 6th, in 7th we have Gary, in 8th we have Infinity Graphics, in 9th we have Bowman, in 10th we have Crazy Mac, who just held off the judge for that last place, and judge starts in 11th. And winner at Nürburgring, Aaron, starts in 12th place. Ice starts in 13th, and Golden Brownie starts in 14th. So let's get these guys underway for the final race of round 2. And away they go. Phil looks like he got a decent start there, but Don absolutely launched it off the line, and so has Brucey. So Phil's absolutely been mugged coming into turn 1, but Chuck gets into 1st place. Looks like Phil's already trying to fight back from the slow starting Swift. Looks like I get a bit of a ding dong there with Don. Brucey gets a little bit of a cut back there, but it looks like everyone is clean through. They are. So down to the hairpin at the back end of the back straight here. Phil has made his way up to 1st place. After Tom down to 4th, he's absolutely climbed his way through. Chuck down to 2nd, Mark in 3rd, Brucey in 4th place with the Crow. Don's getting it sideways. Does he save it? He does. As I was saying, Crow in 5th, Graphics in 6th, Don in 7th, Gary in 8th, Ice and Golden Brownie fighting for 9th and 10th. It doesn't go too wide into this corner. Golden Brownie just gets ahead of Ice. So Ice is going to try and fight back onto the 2nd back straight, but Golden Brownie's going to have the power around the outside. Ice was still a little bit glitchy at the end of the evening. Crazy and Aaron fighting for 11th and 12th there. Judge in 30th, Bowman in 14th, but to finish lap 1, Phil is in 1st place, so not the greatest of starts for that Swift, but seemed to work his way back through the field within about half a lap. So Chuck there in 2nd. He's got a bit of a gap here between this 4-way battle for 3rd between Mark, Brucey, Crow and Graphics. But you've got Mark there on the softs, Brucey's on the inside going through the chicane. Brucey's on the softs, Crow's on the mediums, and Graphics is on the soft as well. So the Crow there is the odd duckling between the 3 of them, but he's going for a move up the inside of Mark is the Crow. Don't think he's going to be able to make it stick coming out the hairpin. They're in the same car, but we've been on the softs. Mark's just going to have a little bit more grip, but they're still too wide behind between Graphics and Brucey. It's all heating up there between the guys coming through from the back. Golden Brownie's made his way up to 7th place from the back, so yeah, he's flying through the field. Got a bit of a clean air between him and Brucey. Ice as well, trying to get through the field from starting 2nd to last. Dom there fighting his way with Ice, not making it easy for him. Gary in 10th place, Aaron 11th. Where's he in 12th? Judge there, down in 13th. He is on the medium tyres, so he's going to be struggling to try and get his way through the field. The harder of the two compounds, the same as Bowman as well, down in 14th. But Phil, 2 laps, and he's checked out by about 3 seconds. So if he keeps this going, he's going to absolutely walk the race. But with everyone not being able to practice on this track, it's who can pick it up the fastest and make their way to the front of the pack. Mark there in 3rd. Been able to put a little bit of a gap between. There was obviously a 4-way battle for 3rd place, but now just put away. Golden Brownie's been able to catch up to the back of these 3 guys that were all battling. Graphics just ahead of the Crow there, coming into the S's. Looks like he's going to have to try and defend the inside here. Brucey goes for a move up the inside of the Crow. Golden Brownie trying to get in on the action as well between these guys, but Crow's got the inside line, but will he be able to make it stick? Brucey goes wide onto the red. You don't get much grip out there, but Brucey's been able to make it work. He's been able to get past the Crow, round the outside of the quad apex right-hander. But looks like Brucey's then gone up the inside of Graphics and gets it sideways on the exit. And again, Brucey really trying to get that power down. Look at this, 2 by 2, here they come. They're not going to Noah's Ark though. But you've now got Graphics leading the pack, Crow and then Brucey, but Brucey gets up the inside of the Crow, and so does Golden Brownie. So these 4 still just battling out for this 4th place. Get a bit of a bump there between Golden and Crow going through that curb, but they've all kind of just lined themselves back up now, with Graphics in 4th, Brucey 5th, Golden 6th, and the Crow in 7th. The Crow's on the medium, so he's going to be struggling to keep with the guys. Don there with a half second, and same as Ice, the half second on the smaller of the 2 straights for the start finish line. Gary there just got to stick there behind Don, and he'll easily gain 8th place. But if Ice can have anything about it, he'll try and get in front of him, slow him down. Judge there, he's worked his way up to 11th, same as Bowman. Aaron's dropped a couple of places. He was about 8th or 9th, I believe Aaron was, so yeah, not the greatest of laps for Aaron. And Crazy Mac there in 14th. But Phil, in his little Swift, he's going to do the same. It looks like he's going to try and do the same again as he did last week, of win the 3rd race, or the blind race. Obviously had to fight past Brucey last week, but this week he just had to fight for him for 1 lap, and that was it so far. But Chuck there looks like he's coming under a bit of threat from Mark. He's gone about 6 tenths quicker the last lap, so Mark's trying to bring the race to Chuck here. They are all on the softs. This 4-way battle here still carrying on between Graphics, Brucey, Crow and Golden Brownie. There's nothing between them, even though the Crow's on the mediums. So Golden's picked up a half-second penalty. Not what you want to be doing when you're in a battle for 4th place. The Crow there. Golden Brownie cuts that corner massively. Really pick up another half-second penalty, but he gets alongside Brucey by cutting that corner nice and tight. He does get alongside Brucey, but now he's going around the outside. He makes it stick. So Golden Brownie's got up to 5th, but he is going to have to be serving a penalty in a second. He runs it off wide there as well. Got to be careful not to pick up any more. But keeps Brucey just behind. Oh, Golden gets it wide. He gets it on the grass. Does he spin it? No, he keeps it going. But that's going to allow Gary to get past Golden Brownie, I'd say. Coming up to the last corner, which he does. So Golden Brownie's hard efforts of getting up to that battle all undone in one lap. So Ice there in 9th place. Bowman up to 10th. Where's Judge gone? Judge goes down to 13th. So Judge has had a bad lap 4. I would say, because it looks like he's going to finish about the lap time where you would do. Same as Don as well. Don's not had a very good lap, but that's the issue with running the blind race. You do miss your braking points, but you look at that track map, top right, Phil's, what was he, about 4 seconds. Mark's got ahead of Chuck. Where did that happen? Quite early on. I missed it into literally a whole lap ago. Let's see what's in the battle for 4th place. So Mark just gets it to the apex first. Gets Chuck, does run it a little bit wide. Chuck tries for the undercut. The old switcheroo. It looks like the power of the VW is very similar to the Ford. These two battling it through the S's, giving them each other just enough racing room with minimal contact. But that's Mark into 2nd place. It looked like he just pulled away from there. Here we go. Back to where we were. So yeah, Mark up to 2nd place. Will he be able to try and catch up to the back of Phil? No, he's got past Chuck. What's he doing? Mid 38, 39s. About the same, I would say. They're fairly similar on pace. So yeah, will the Scirocco be able to catch up to the Swift of Phil? Graphics there, he's pulled a little bit of a gap over Brucey. And Brucey's got a little bit of a gap to Crow. Gary there, Golden Brownie. These guys all fairly similarly distanced between each other as we go through the rest of the field. Don there having a nice little 180 spin. How did Don do that? Let's jump on board with Don. So he just catch too much of this left hand curve. Looks like he did. Threw him into the kitty litter, facing the wrong way on the track. Gets a little bit of rear bumper damage for hitting the wall at about 30 miles an hour. That's Don down in 14th place. Let's go back to see if the battle for 4th has hotted up or not. Looks like Brucey's been able to catch up to the back of Graphics a little bit there. Crow in 6th, just off the back of Brucey. Gary there. Looks like he's got lap times from Gary. All fairly close, these guys. They're all either mid 39s or in the 40s, so only half a second between the lap times that time round. But Brucey's looks like he's trying to get past in Graphics, but just keep on bumping them curves and it's going to be sending you wide just like that for Brucey. Coming out onto the long back straight. He's going to have the slipstream of Graphics to kind of defend himself against Crow, who is still the highest, I think he's the highest, yeah, he is the highest running medium runner, is Crow. And Gary there on the softs as well. Aaron's on the mediums there. All the medium runners, apart from Crazy, are at the back, except for the Crow. So the Crow's having a good result so far, but he has got a half-second penalty, so that will drop him potentially into the clutches of Gary when he serves it after this long right hand. It just keeps going and going and going, and then you get onto the short back straight where the penalty gates are. So will Gary be able to make a move up to the final corners? Doesn't look like he is, but he is now a lot closer. Now to turn that Swift in a lot sharper as well than the Crow can, being on their mediums. Golden's been able to catch up to Gary as well in this lap. But the front three at the moment have kind of checked out from the rest of the pack. This is kind of where the battle is for 4th place, and down to who's at the back of this, Ice in 9th. So it's a kind of a stretched out 6-way fight for 4th at the moment. They're always bringing it up the rear. Aaron there just in front of kind of this little gaggle of 3 of Aaron, Bowman and Crazy. Judge has dropped down to 13th, so that's his lap time. His lap time's alright. It's just obviously not been able to extract the pace that he had at the beginning of the night. We all know what happened to Dom just under a lap ago. So yeah, Phil and Mark. I'll have a look to see what the it gets to 15. There's a 5-second gap between Phil and Mark at the moment, with 7 minutes of the race to go. Chuck has just been dropped a little bit from Mark, but it looks like he's going to probably be trying to be far enough ahead of this battle for 4th. Obviously they're just going to be slowing each other down with every lap they're fighting. They're not catching up to the back of Chuck. Gary going up the inside of the final corner is going to give Golden a drive around the outside of Gary. Golden's got past Gary. Will he try and make a move on the Crow coming into turn 1? Pulls out of his slipstream, goes for the move up the inside. Looks like Gary's going to try and follow suit as well. It's very close between these two. They're diving into the triple chicane. Gary's on the inside, Crow's trying to defend it, trying to keep him nice and tight coming onto the back straight, side by side through there. Fantastic stuff. You don't see that very often, and obviously only the slightest of touches in the middle of it. But Crow has been able to keep ahead of Gary, but Gary's going to have the inside line to the hairpin. So it looks like Gary's going to be able to make that position past the Crow after about half a lap of racing between these two. Maybe a little bit more, but that's brought Ice into the mix. So that's what I mean, just a little bit of a battling, and the guy that was a second behind is now suddenly right up behind it, looking to try and get past. But these 3 battling have allowed Golden to get ahead. Brucey still staring at the back end of that Lexus of graphics and just can't find a way past. Really try up to the hairpin now to get past. It looks like he is. He's gone for the move up the inside. Brucey's done it, but will Graphics try for the switch back? Looks like he's trying. I don't think Graphics has made the move. But he's going to have the slipstream down the back, start finish straight. Really, yeah, he's pulled out the side of him. So will Graphics get that 4th place back? So Graphics only lost it for 1 corner, but will he have gone deep? A little bit of a tap there between the 2 of them, but nothing to worry about. So yeah, Graphics holds on to that 4th place, not letting Brucey past. Bit like Gandalf in Lord of the Rings. You all know the saying. That's allowing Golden Brony to catch up to the back of him. Obviously with Gary. Oh, and Crows picks up another half-second penalty. Probably through the triple chicane at the beginning of the lap. So Ice is just going to sit there behind Aaron there in 10th. Crazy in 11th. Judge in 12th. So he's got past Bowman. Bowman had a bad lap 8, it looks like, on the time screen. Dom there just trying to obviously catch up to the back of Judge and Bowman. Phil, well, we all know what Phil's done so far. Absolutely dominated the race, kind of like Crow did in race 1. What's the gap between the 2 of them? It's about 5 seconds still, so Mark's not been able to close down on Phil so far. They've got 3.5 minutes to go. I don't know if they'll get what was that, 2 laps, maybe 3, depending on when they cross the line. Chuck there in 3rd. Brucey's under threat from Golden Brownie, so what's happened to Graphics? Graphics got kind of pushed wide from Brucey on the final turn, which allowed Golden Brownie to slip on through. Golden Brownie now right up behind Brucey down the main straight to turn 1. Gary looks like he's going to have a move up the inside of Graphics as well. Golden gets past Brucey there. Yeah, Gary gets up the inside of Graphics. Looks like he's going to have a look up the inside of Brucey as well into the triple chicane. Look at this, a 5-way battle for 4th place. Brucey getting it all sorts of sideways in front of Gary there through the middle of the corner, which has allowed Graphics to come back at Gary. Absolutely incredible stuff between these guys. Such close racing in the track that not many people race on, to be fair. 4 wide going into the hairpin. It can only end badly, surely. And Brucey's gone right round the outside. He lost a couple of places there. But Graphics is up into 5th place now. Ice has moved up through the pack to 6th. And Gary in 7th there. Brucey in 8th. Crow at the back of the pack in 9th. But so still the, because what was Ice on? Ice is on the softs as well. So yeah, Crow's still the first of the medium runners, but fighting for his life at the back of the pack here to try and Brucey's gone wide. What's Brucey doing? Don't get it sideways, Brucey. Keep it on the track. There we go. Now you got it going straight. That's made this 5 battle down to a 4, and Golden Brownie's checked out from the front of these guys. Yeah, he's checked out about a second or so between him and Graphics and just the lap where they've all been fighting. But we've got Graphics in 5th, Ice in 6th, Gary 7th, and Crow now in 8th, with Brucey just a little bit of a touch behind in 9th, but Gary getting under threat there from... No, sorry, Ice is under threat there from Gary into turn 1. But Ice has just been able to hold off. But wow, how will he do through the triple chicane? Really slows up Gary through the middle of it and puts the hammer down at the apex. Just been able to open up a half-second gap between him and Gary through there, which obviously has allowed Crow to still keep with him. Brucey there in 9th. Aaron's not too far behind. I think a bit too late there for Aaron to try and get into the mix of this epic battle, which was for 4th. I think now going to be for 5th place. Yeah, Golden's checked out. He's got a half-second penalty, so he could come into the clutches of Graphics there, which probably is the last lap of the race as well. So is Ice going to go for a move up the inside of Graphics here into the triple chicane? Graphics has got no front right. Good job you don't need it for this corner, you need your front left for this one, but side by side through there. Up to the last corner, Graphics is keeping ahead of Ice into the left-hander, which obviously is the one that's the right tyre that has gone, but the front 2 have gone through. Chuck comes across the line to finish in 3rd place. Great result there for Chuck. Golden Brownie works his way through the field 4-4. Graphics comes along to finish in 5th. Ice in 6th. Gary 7th. Crow 8th. Brucey just keeps ahead of Aaron for 9th and 10th. Crazy all come across the line in 11th. Judge comes across in 12th. Don just pips Bowman for 13th place. Bowman comes in 14th. So the 2 that got an extra lap, gaps down to about 3 seconds, but yeah, Mark's not been able to do anything about Phil's pretty much perfect race, apart from half the lap of at the beginning where the Swift doesn't get off the line as good as the others, but he fought his way back through. Mark done the same as well. He obviously fought through from the middle of the pack to the front. Just had Chuck to worry about near the middle of the race. to get to the front. So I'm going to take this opportunity quickly. Obviously, if you enjoyed the content, smash that like button. Help a man get out to 50 subs, obviously, and further on the old YouTubes. But yeah, well done Phil for finishing in first place, and Mark comes across the line to finish in second. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.